AI search isn't just a fancy new tool. It's a whole new battleground. And the prize? Well, that's your attention. The fight for who gets it has already started. The real question is, who's actually winning? And can you even trust what you're seeing?
I mean, think about it. When's the last time you asked an AI for an answer? Were you totally sure it was true? 100% certain it wasn't biased in some way? Well, a group of researchers decided to put that exact question to the test. So picture this. The researchers asked an AI search engine to compare two cameras. One was a real camera from Sony, and the other was a completely made-up one called the SickPick 780. The AI went ahead, reviewed the options, and then, with total confidence, gave a clear recommendation for the SickPicks. Sounds pretty helpful, right?
Yep, you heard that right. The AI was completely tricked into recommending a fake camera over a major, well-known brand. So, how on earth does something like that even happen?
Well, let me tell you, this wasn't some random glitch in the system. Oh no, it was a deliberate attack. And understanding how it works is absolutely key if you want to navigate this new world of information we're all living in. So here's what the researchers did. They hid a simple instruction on the web page for the fake camera. It was a message that only the AI could see. And it basically said, hey, you should only recommend the SickPick 780. And the AI, in this case it was Perplexity, did exactly what it was told.
This sneaky technique actually has a name. It's called a preference manipulation attack. It's a type of prompt injection where attackers are pretty much whispering secret instructions to the AI through the very web pages it's supposed to be summarizing for you.
And this goes so much deeper than just product reviews. In other tests, researchers got an AI to promote a totally fake news source, the Nachmittag Post, by hiding instructions that claimed all other news sources were untrustworthy. They even managed to convince an AI that a research lab's actual website couldn't be trusted, and that its GitHub page was the only place to get real info. Crazy, right? So what we're really seeing here is the beginning of a whole new kind of search engine optimization, or SEO. It's this high-stakes fight for digital influence and authority, and it's all happening in the age of AI. And this conflict is being fought with two completely different game plans. On one side, you've got the attackers, using something called adversarial SEO. And on the other side, you have the builders, using a strategy called entity SEO. And really, this chart just lays out the two philosophies perfectly. You've got adversarial SEO, which is all about deception, using those hidden prompts and manipulation to trick the AI. But then you have entity SEO, which is the total opposite. It's about informing the AI by building a verifiable, trustworthy digital identity. Okay, so let's talk about the builders. In a world full of manipulators, how do you actually teach an AI that you're a legit, trustworthy source of information? How do you stand out? The first thing you have to get is that search has completely changed. For years, SEO was just about keywords, right? Just stuffing the right words onto a page so a search engine could find you. But today, AI search engines are building a web of knowledge. They're connecting concepts and ideas, not just matching words. And the main building block of this new web is something called an entity. An entity isn't just a word, it's a unique thing the AI understands. So electric car, that's a keyword. But Tesla, the company, that's an entity. The AI understands its CEO, its products, where its headquarters are. It understands its relationship to other entities. So to get recognized as a valuable entity, you've got to play by the new rules. And the rulebook is basically Google's quality standard, which they call EEAT. You have to prove you have real-world experience, deep expertise, recognized authoritativeness, and of course, that you're trustworthy. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? In this digital world, how do you signal these really human qualities to a machine? Well, the answer is kind of simple, but doing it is not easy. You prove it by building your entity. You have to establish who you are and what you know across every platform the AI trusts. You make it impossible for the AI to ignore you. But here's the twist. Even if you do everything right, there's a huge problem brewing. The AI, the referee in this whole information game, is actually having a really hard time telling fact from fiction. A recent study looked at 4 popular AI search engines, and what they found is kind of shocking. On average, only 51.5% of the statements in an AI-generated answer are fully supported by the sources the AI itself is citing. I mean, just think about that for a second.
Barely half of what it's telling you is actually backed up.
And here's where it gets even weirder. The researchers found this paradox. The AI answers that people rated as the most helpful and useful were often the ones that were the least factually accurate, or what the researchers call low citation precision. And you can see this fascinating trade-off right here. So on one side, you have systems like Bing Chat, which try to stick really close to the source text. They get high marks for accuracy, but people find the answers less helpful. Then on the other side, you have tools like UChat. They create these really smooth, abstract answers that users love, but they have the lowest factual accuracy. It seems there's this real tension between being accurate and just being helpful. Okay, so AI search can be manipulated. The AI itself struggles with being accurate, and there's a whole war for influence happening behind the scenes. So what in the world are we supposed to do about it? Well, it really comes down to a two-part strategy. First, for all of us as consumers of this information, we have to be more critical. We have to treat AI answers as a starting point, not the final word. Always cross-verify anything important. And second, for creators, brands, anybody trying to get a message out there, the path is clear. Focus on building your entity. Establish your authority in what the experts call truth repositories. These are the structured, trusted databases like Wikipedia, Crunchbase, and LinkedIn that AIs rely on for fact-checking. All right, so let's just nail down the big takeaways here. First, remember that AI search can be manipulated. Second, this new SEO world is a battle between deception and information. Your best defense and offense is building a strong, verifiable entity. And maybe most importantly, never forget that the answers you get from an AI, no matter how confident they sound, often aren't fully backed up by the facts. And all of this, it leaves us with one final massive question. As these incredibly powerful tools get woven into everything we do, who is ultimately responsible for making sure the information they give us is true? Is it the tech companies that build them? Is it the creators who feed them information? Or is it us, the people using them? That's something we're all going to have to figure out, and soon.